guys are going to be good at starting this. So the middle of the book, to that one of those inside holes, pulling the string through, and I'm going to stop here, right before the string falls out, and put a piece of tape on that inside string just so it doesn't come out. Now from here, my string is coming out the back. I want this string to go over the spine. This is the spine of the book, so I want to go over the spine, back through that same hole that I just went through. So I'm essentially creating a loop over the spine in the same hole, just like that. Now at this point, I'm going to go to the next hole, from the back to the front. Wherever the string is coming out is where you're going to start. So I'm coming out the back, I'm going to go into the back to the front this time, creating a line. Now I want to go back over the spine. So again, I'm going to go over the spine to the back hole and back through that same hole. So I'm going through that hole twice. And every time I'm creating a loop around the spine. Now from here I'm in the front. I'm going to go to the last hole, kind of zigzagging my way over to the end. Now I'm coming out the back. I want to go over the spine, back to the front, through that hole again. Now at the ends, don't forget, we also want to go over the outside edge. So think of that as another spine or an outside edge. So now I'm going through this hole a third time. That's why it's important to have string that's maybe not too thick. Or you'll have to just drill the hole again, make it a little bit bigger. Now from here, the string's coming out the back. So there's a gap here. So I'm going to fill that gap by putting the needle from the back to the front in the next hole. Now I'm basically just going to weave my way back to the other side. So here, there's a gap. I'm going to fill that hole. Go through there. Now I'm coming to the end. So the last hole, I'm going from the back to the front. From here, go over the spine again, through that back hole. You guys confused yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? I can play this again. And then go over the outside edge. Now, when you're at this point, go back through this hole. So I've gone through the outside edge. Now I have, this is the last hole. There's, you can see everything else is kind of filled up. I'm going to take the binder clip off and I'm going to open to where my string is. Now when I go through that last hole, I'm going to go through it like we did before. I'm going to go through it to the inside. So the needle's not going all the way to the back. Does that make sense? So I'm going through that last hole into the middle, pulling that tight, and now I can take my needle off and I'm going to tie my knot on the inside. This way you don't see any knots on the outside of the book. I'm going to tie a double knot. Right? And then I can leave this long as a bookmark. And this is what I was saying, if you wanted to add something maybe a little more relevant to your design, you can add that to your bookmark. Or you can just cut it off. It doesn't matter. When you're done, photograph this in the light box, fill out a rubric, turn it in,